On May 4, 2023, the city of Dallas was thrust into cyber chaos as the Royal ransomware group launched a crippling attack on its digital infrastructure. The group's assault deeply impacted vital systems, including the Dallas Police Department's computer-aided dispatch system, as well as the city's website and email services. Even routine city services like the issuance of building permits and the processing of water bill payments were disrupted. Despite the city's swift response and ongoing restoration efforts, this event underscored the persistent and escalating threat presented by cybercriminal groups like Royal, who have been increasingly asserting their presence in the global cybersecurity arena. The Royal ransomware group, colloquially known as Royal, has been a persistent cyber threat since its inception. The group first made waves in cybersecurity circles in September 2022, when a cybersecurity news site reported that the threat actors behind this group were employing a technique known as targeted callback phishing to compromise multiple corporations. The Royal Group has demonstrated a blend of old and new techniques in its cyber attacks. This includes the use of callback phishing, a technique designed to trick victims into installing remote desktop malware, thereby providing the attackers with easy access to the victim's system. The group's use of this technique suggests a seasoned and skilled team. Another innovative technique employed by the Royal Group is the use of intermittent encryption, a method that speeds up the encryption of a victim's files while simultaneously evading sensors that rely on detecting heavy file I/O operations. This approach implies an extensive understanding of the modern threat landscape. The Royal ransomware, initially known as Xeon, underwent a rebranding phase before assuming its current moniker. It was first observed in September 2022, but some reports suggest that it may have been operational as early as January 2022. Early in its life, Royal used Black Cat's encryptor, but later shifted to its proprietary encryptor, which dropped ransom notes similar to those of another prominent ransomware group, Conti. Following its rebranding, Royal began using its proprietary encryptor to generate these ransom notes. In the final quarter of 2022, Royal made a significant impact, ranking among the top 3 most prolific ransomware groups, behind only Lockbit and Black Cat. This rapid rise to prominence could be attributed to the group's origins as an offshoot of Conti. In December 2022, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, issued a warning to healthcare organizations about the threat posed by Royal. The group has reportedly demanded ransoms ranging from $250,000 to over $2 million. According to reports, Royal operates privately with no known affiliates. Recently, the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, issued a joint advisory outlining the tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, of Royal, along with indicators of compromise, IOCs, to assist organizations in defending against its attacks. This advisory stated that Royal's attacks had impacted multiple critical infrastructure sectors, including chemical, communications, critical manufacturing, dams, defense industrial bases, financial services, emergency services, healthcare, nuclear reactors, waste, and materials sectors, among others. In an effort to discourage victims from paying ransoms, which could potentially embolden attackers to target more organizations, the FBI and CISA have urged all victims within their jurisdiction to report ransomware incidents to their local FBI offices or CISA, regardless of whether a ransom was paid or not. Royal has shown its adaptability by swiftly developing Linux-based variants of its ransomware, targeting eSexy servers, and expanding its target range. This development has significant implications for enterprise data centers and virtualized storage systems. Data from Trend Micro Trademark, Smart Protection Network Trademark, reveals that Royal's primary focus has been on the United States, with 485 attack attempts detected, accounting for 63.5% of total detections. Brazil was the second most targeted, with 175 registered attack attempts, followed by Mexico and Malaysia, with 31 and 18 detections respectively. Since its first report in September 2022, a total of 764 attack attempts by Royal have been detected across Trend Micro customers. Among these customers, the transportation and manufacturing industries were the most targeted, followed by the technology, education, healthcare, and government sectors.